Greetings YouTube, Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. This is episode number 93, and we're going to pick up right where we left off here, as we have been in the last couple of episodes. We're just going to enter through the doorway where we fought Grupo with the Magmar and the Pinsir. This takes us into where the, I guess the main core area of the volcano is. As you can see, the lava spewing down from above. And there's all these pipes and everything, I guess connections for who knows what. But anyway, the important thing is that there is a Pokemon restoring machine in here, and that means we don't have to go all the way back to the room with Lavrina, which is kind of far away now when you think about it, even though I didn't personally go back there. But anyway, now we don't need to. In the next room there is a PC, so that part is good, but there's a Cypher Peon here blocking the elevator. It would be a shame to beat someone like you, but this is a good chance to score some points with Master Greevil, so we're forced into another battle here. Cypher Peon Kimley. Let's do this. I'm ready. Mightyena and Stantler are the two starting Pokemon, and the thing that stands out here the most, at least to me, is that it's going to be a double Intimidate, because both of them have the Intimidate ability, so that's going to not bode so well for Vibrava and Aggron, who both rely on physical attacks, so it might actually be a good idea to switch them out here, considering their attack is almost halved from the two Intimidates. We do have the level advantage, but still. Okay, we'll go for an Earthquake, and considering that our attack is lowered 2 points, I didn't even go for a Protect with Aggron. It still kind of did a lot of damage, but that's alright. I mean, we do have the Restoring Machine directly behind us, so it's not like I have to be as careful about my Pokemon here. So, Headbutt on Stantler doesn't finish it off, even though it was hit by Earthquake. Shadow Ball is what Stantler's going to go for here. I don't know why he went for it on Aggron there. It's just another one of those things where the AI is really retarded. It does get the lowering of the special defense, which I guess helps in another not very effective move being used on Aggron in Bite. But okay, doesn't matter. We're going to go for another Earthquake here. This time I will Protect because I think Aggron would end up dying this time if I didn't. So at the very least, it's going to knock out Stantler. It doesn't look like it's going to knock out Mightyena, but this is kind of brutal. I probably should have switched them out, but that's okay. Alright, well Stantler goes down, and we get some experience for that. And the replacement is going to be Zangoose. Not another Intimidate Pokemon, but another Normal type, and another Normal type with a fairly high attack, so beware of that. And this one is at level 37, so it's not as low as some of the other Pokemon we've been fighting at level 33 and 34. We'll go for a Dragon Breath this time on Zangoose and hopefully get a Paralysis condition on it. That would be awesome, but I have a bad feeling that we won't. Oh no, we do! Awesome! Alright, something's going our way here. Slash, which is a stab move, does a good deal of damage to Vibrava there. It's just a testament to how strong Zangoose really is. So, I mean, I wouldn't blame you if you used the Zangoose that we caught from Zook. I have to say that out of all the normal type Pokemon available in this game, Zangoose has to be one of the better ones. I personally don't really like Zangoose. It's just not really my style, but he definitely does have his perks, especially with Slash and Crush Claw, Brick Break. He can do a lot of damage. Alright, so we're going to go for a Protect and Earthquake combo again. And that does a good amount of damage to Sharpedo and also allows us to not make physical contact, so we don't have to deal with the whole rough skin ability thing. Zangoose doesn't quite get knocked out from that either, so we're going to have to get attacked by both of them in this turn. Sharpedo goes for a Slash. Thankfully that's not Stab. Anyway, Zangoose is going to go for a Stab Crush Claw though, and that's going to do a lot of damage, and it does indeed knock Vibrava out. Unfortunately for him, that means that I get to bring in, well, I guess it's her, right? Kimley. Unfortunately for Kimley, that means that I get to bring in a Pokemon that's not going to be hindered by the double Intimidate. So I'm going to bring out Vaporeon. And we should be able to finish off both of these Pokemon in this turn. So let's see here. We'll use Water Pulse with Vaporeon. Even though it's not very effective, we'll use it on Sharpedo because Sharpedo is so incredibly fragile that You can pretty much hit it with anything, and it's going to do a good amount of damage. Sharpedo goes down to the Water Pulse, and Sunflora is the replacement Pokemon. And because we have Ice Beam, we will be able to knock it out in the next turn for sure. Headbutt gets rid of Zangoose finally after 3 hits, and a paralysis condition. Finally it goes down. So now we just have to deal with this Sunflora. It's only at level 34, and Ice Beam is most likely going to knock it out in 1 hit. Which it does. Goodbye, Sunflora, and that's going to be it for Peon Kimley. Hopefully, I want to say in the next episode we can get Vibrava to evolve. That would be awesome. I'm trying to get him to evolve, but he keeps either dying or being ineffective because of Intimidate. It's just not working out. I'm just going to keep using him. Maybe I can get him to evolve in this episode. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, so we're going to go back and heal up our Pokemon there because Aggron took a beating, Vibrava ended up getting killed, all that good stuff. I'll switch in Crobat to make the Earthquake combo a little bit more effective because with Crobat on the field, we can actually attack on the same turn. With Aggron, we have to use Protect. Alright, so we have a bunch of Shadow Pokemon that we can put into the Purifying Chamber. Unfortunately, we only have what appears to be 3 open sets right now, so we might as well fill those up. We'll use Banette in set number 7 and point it towards Natu because Ghost works well against Psychic types. We'll put Magmar in set number 4 and we'll point it towards Surskit because Fire works well against Surskit's Bug type. And now we just have set 9. Actually, I'm going to move Magmar here. This is going to be a little bit more effective. We'll put Magmar in set 9 pointing towards Magneton. And then we'll take out Pinsir here and place it pointing towards Carvanha because Pinsir's Bug type works well against Carvanha's Dark type. So there we have it. All 9 sets of the Purifying Chamber are all filled and busy purifying Shadow Pokemon. So we'll have to check on that later. As we exit the elevator, we get another email from Egan. I hope you are well. I wrote you a haiku poem. If Team Snag'em goons cause trouble in the desert, go and sandbag them. This is a beautiful haiku poem, although I don't know why he's writing us haikus. That's kind of strange. Alright, in this area here, we have a bunch of optional battles here, and I'm going to take all of the optional routes first, and then we'll go the way that we actually need to go, and I probably won't get to that till the next episode, but whatever. Alright, so, Chaser, Nailix, we have Dustox and Beautifly here. 2 Bug-type Pokemon. They're the final evolutions of Wurmple. And we're going to start off with Vibrava and Crobat. So we should be able to knock Beautifly out and then go for an Earthquake. So we should be able to hit whatever comes onto the field with Earthquake. These Pokemon are still fairly under-leveled. We're looking at mid-30s still. That Beautifly was at level 36. Goes down very easily to the Wing Attack from Crobat. Sunflora is their replacement, so it's not really that good for us because Earthquake is going to be not very effective on Sunflora because of its grass typing, but it's better than not hitting Beautifly at all. And somehow we get lucky there and get a critical hit on Sunflora, and it takes it out in 1 hit, so the stars align for me on that one. And if we finish this battle with Vibrava, as long as he doesn't die, we actually will be evolving after this battle here. Alright, so the next 2 Pokemon, more bugs, pure bug types. Illumise and Volbeat, the Firefly brother and sister. I can't stand these Pokemon, honestly. We'll use Crobat's Wing Attack. It's super effective on Illumise. That takes it out in 1 hit. But we still have Volbeat to deal with, who most likely will go for a Signal Beam. That seems to be the move that it likes to use the most. And Vibrava does go up to level 45 there. So we will be seeing an evolution here, even if he dies. Dragon Breath is going to inflict neutral damage on Volbeat and take away maybe about 1/3 of its health. Signal Beam is indeed the move of choice. I think Signal Beam is an awesome move, actually. And it was even cooler after the physical and special split when it became a special attack, because there really aren't a lot of bug-type moves that are special attacks rather than physical attacks. Anywho, Wing Attack from Crobat finishes off the Volbeat there. And that's going to be the end of this battle. That will allow us to pick up the item that Nailix was guarding. And it will also allow us to watch the beautiful evolution of the last member of our team, Vibrava. And there you have it. That's the last evolution that we're going to be seeing in this game. Vibrava has evolved into Flygon. It keeps its typing, of course, but its stats are going to go way up. But pretty much everything else stays the same. It keeps the same levitate ability, and the same ground and dragon typing, all that good stuff. We picked up a couple of hyper potions, but let's look at the stats. 111 now on attack, also 111 with speed, and then a healthy 94 for defense and special attack, and a slightly lower special defense. So this Flygon is going to be a powerhouse, that is for sure. And that means Earthquake is going to do so much more damage now. We'll switch Aggron over to the front, and we'll test these two out in the next battle. You're going this way? I don't think that's a wise decision. Well, why not? Because you have to beat me to go this way. Oh, yeah. Never would have thought of that, because my first impression would be that you suck at Pokemon battles and all that stuff. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Alright, enough of that. Weezing and Fortress are the starting Pokemon. So Fortress can be kind of annoying. It's a bug and steel type Pokemon. It doesn't have that many types that can inflict reasonable amounts of damage on it. I couldn't think of what I wanted to say there. Basically what I wanted to say in simpler terms is that it has a lot of resistances, specifically a lack of weakness, except to fire types, which is a 4 times weakness, mind you, but that's pretty much all it has. If you don't have fire type moves, I suggest using either water or electric moves. You can also use ground, but that doesn't quite take advantage of Fortress's lower special defense, because Fortress's physical defense is crazy high, so using ground moves is not as useful. You can also use rock similarly, but again, that's a physical type move. Fortress, however, as far as attacks go, is mostly defensive and will like to use Protect and Spikes, Toxic, moves like that. Occasionally it will also have either Explosion or Self-Destruct. Sometimes it has Pin Missile, Takedown, but these moves don't do a whole lot of damage because Fortress doesn't really have a lot of attacking power. Alright, well, we're going to test out Flygon's Earthquake here on Wobbuffet and Fortress as well. And I forgot to use Protect on Aggron. That was a really stupid idea. I don't know why I thought I had Crobat out there, but we kill our own Aggron here. And it takes away a little bit more than half of Fortress's HP and about 2/3 of Wobbuffet's. I don't know why I thought I had Crobat out in the field. That was a really stupid mistake. But I imagine I will do that again at some point, because I'm retarded like that. Alright, well, let's just bring out Crobat and see what happens. Crobat will be able to take out Wobbuffet pretty easily. Spikes. It's another good reason to bring out a flying type. After Fortress uses Spikes, your Pokemon will be damaged upon switching in. But since Crobat is a flying type, it's not affected by Spikes at all. Alright, so we're going to use Crobat's Wing Attack on Fortress, and that just barely doesn't finish it. Leaves it with about maybe 5 HP. I don't even know. That feels like that's a little bit generous. But anyway, Earthquake is going to finish off both Wobbuffet and Fortress, and we escaped what could have been disastrous with Wobbuffet last turn because he used Mirror Coat instead of Counter. If he ended up using Counter, Flygon would have been dead easy because Counter just inflicts double the damage back on its the opponent, I guess, who used the move. And it's physical damage only. He used Mirror Coat, which is special damage only. Alright, so the last two Pokemon that he brings out are Skarmory and Dodrio, both of which are weak to electricity. So if you have electricity, go ahead and use it here. Skarmory is also weak to fire-type moves, and Dodrio is also weak against rock and ice. So Earthquake obviously is not going to help us here. So we're going to stick with Crobat's Wing Attack, and we'll use Flygon's Dragon Breath. We'll double team Dodrio and get rid of it on the first turn here. I don't want to risk getting hit by a Tri-Attack because it does have a 30% chance of inflicting either freeze, burn, or paralysis, and that actually is a really awesome move. And also, in the third generation, it is a physical move, not a special move, so Dodrio can make pretty good use of it. Alright, Skarmory is the last Pokemon that we have to deal with here, and I'm just going to have to whittle it down because I don't have any attacks in these two Pokemon that are out right now that even inflict neutral damage, so I'll just have to spam Dragon Breath and Wing Attack and hope for the best. Probably going to take 4 or 5 hits to get rid of it. So a couple of turns. We did get the paralysis condition on Skarmory, which is nice. But other than that, Skarmory really doesn't have a whole lot that it can do to us other than resist our attacks. It has Air Cutter. I'm sure it has Steel Wing as well, but neither of which are going to do a whole lot of damage to us. We'll go for a Dragon Breath again with Flygon, and thankfully that takes it out. We don't have to wait till the next turn. That's going to be the end of this battle. This was a surprisingly long battle, so I guess this guy had a little bit of a reason to be cocky. Hunter Ebran, or Ibran, I don't know how you're supposed to say that. Oh well, that's going to be it for him, and that's going to be it for this episode, guys. In the next episode, we're going to finish taking on these optional battles and pick up some useful items. In the meantime, I'm going to go heal. Stay tuned for episode number 94, not 44, 94. Game on.